Good morning. It is a little after 4 a.m. I have a very early flight today out of the Albuquerque Sunport International Airport. I'm heading to Washington State to meet up with 3 of my good friends, and we are planning to try to live out of a van, the 4 of us, together for the next few days. Should be interesting. I've had to hang out a little bit at the Spokane airport here for the past couple of hours. About 1 more hour to wait, and then my friend Oddish will be arriving, and then together we're gonna go over and pick up the van. It's a camper van rental. I don't know a whole lot about what kind of van it is. It could be a ProMaster, maybe a Transit. It does supposedly have 2 full-size beds in it, like one on top of the other, so at least we'll all be able to fit in there. I'm looking forward to checking it out.
Okay, cool. I am picking up my bags right now.
I gotta get you in the bag because I couldn't get you getting off the plane.
I could have gone back and done it for you.
Is that everything?
That's everything.
Not bad. Little fridge, small sink, and then 2 beds. Not too much headroom in that one up there, but for a few nights, I think it should work out.
They said we added a second linen set to your reservation.
How much was that?
$40.
We're not off to the best start. They only gave us 1 set of sheets and 1 set of pillows, and then we went in and got an extra one, and they actually charged us for a second set. So now we are paying $40 a set for these sheets.
Just do a 7-point turn here.
It is big. It's the longest van I've ever been.
It's got a nice backup camera though. Not sticking out that far. Just a little bit of the line.
It's fine. I don't know if chili's a good idea.
No, we can skip the chili.
I'll get a little stinky.
Okay.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Should we do like grilled cheese?
Like with like 3 different cheeses.
Yeah, and like caramelized onions. It's really easy.
Cranberries or something.
It's really.
What?
Cranberries on grilled cheese?
Yeah,
Like
craisins?
It says in Massachusetts. It's not ocean spray. Do they give us a knife, do you think, and a cutting board?
I think it was an extra $5 for a knife. Cutting boards are, that's a $30 upcharge. We decided to get a hotel for the first couple of nights. I figure once the 4 of us are living in the van and sleeping in the van, we're probably not going to sleep that well. It's supposed to be pretty hot and pretty uncomfortable. We are still waiting for 2 friends to arrive. They should be here this afternoon. They're coming in from New Orleans, Jordan and Thomas. So we're going to go pick them up, and then I guess we'll start this adventure. I will get into more detail about why we're in Spokane and in the Pacific Northwest in just a minute. But first, I want to give a special thank you to Omaze for sponsoring this video. Omaze is an organization that supports charitable causes while also giving you the chance to win some really awesome prizes. And this week, if you follow the link in the description below, omaze.com/element, you can enter for the chance to win your very own tiny house on wheels. You'll be working with Trueform Tiny to design and create your very own custom tiny house on wheels valued at up to $130,000, exactly how you want it. It's a great opportunity, and if you also enter for the chance to win this tiny house, you can make a contribution to the National Parks Foundation. It's a nonprofit organization that works to support our national parks. Great organization overall, and like I said, if you follow that link in the description below, omaze.com/elements, you can enter for your chance to win. Thank you again, Omaze, for sponsoring this video.
Listen to the Dave Matthews Band.
I have one playlist we can listen to, but I was going to save it for.
No, it's been a lot. We can't listen to Dave Matthews Band.
By the way, that is why we are in Spokane, Washington. We're heading to the Gorge to see the Dave Matthews Band this weekend. 3 nights. Gonna do some camping out there. It'll be our second time. Otis, you've been there before, right?
Yeah.
We did go in, what, 2016, was it?
2016.
Yeah. 6 years ago, back when I was living in my element. And this time we brought 2 more friends, so should be double the fun. Right?
Double the fun. Playing golf for the second time.
Pitch and putt, take 2.
Take 2.
That's it.
The old Shooter McGavin. Is that copyrighted? What?
We're perfect.
I planned this. I measured it out based on the dimensions.
All right.
Hi guys.
You guys got snacks.
Spokane tour guide over here.
Gonzaga University to our right.
What's on the left?
River Point Village.
What language do they speak here?
Like on my shirt? Or...
On my shirt.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I did.
There he is. I gotta find
This
him.
is what I wanted you guys to see.
Wow, this is nice. Wow.
You guys think we're gonna play 3 games of Catan tomorrow, or just 2? Gotta have your mise en place bowls.
What does it even mean?
Mise en place? Everything in its place. Your prep bowl, so you can put your prep things. You gotta not freak out about doing dishes, man.
I hate dishes.
I love dishes.
Thomas, how you feeling?
Still okay.
Did you sleep all right?
Slept great. It was so cozy up there.
Do you think you could, you think Tony's will sponsor you?
No.
Call up Tony right now.
Yum!
What you making?
A little soy rizo scramble. It's like chorizo, but without the stomach ache.
How'd you guys think the first night of van life went?
I liked it. I mean, there was 4 of us.
Jordan
I was
didn't sleep in the van for half the night.
It was 4 of us
It was tent life for Jordan.
back in the van at like 5:45 in the morning and slept for another 2 hours. I slept like half the night in the van. Yeah, half the night in that van.
Half and half.
Yeah.
Good shot. What the heck was that?
Did that come in the set?
60 centimeters, 76 centimeters.
Alright.
Green team.
I'd say overall, so far so good. We do have one more night. We've gone to the first 2 nights of the show. Been camping here now for 2 days. One more day to go. But in terms of the space, like, this is an extended transit. It's full size. You can stand up all the way. The high roof. I mean, it's incredible how much headroom we have in here. This upper bunk, it's pretty cozy up here. You know, the bed's definitely wide enough for 2 people. I would say, though, that the bed setup is probably the only good thing about this van rental. There is no solar in here, and there's a small battery bank. I don't actually know where it is, but it can't be too big, guys, because this fridge, by the middle of the next day, it is completely dead. And what we've been having to do is just start up the van and get it running in here just to charge it up. The batteries, they charge off the alternator, but there's, like I said, there's no solar, there's no max air fan in here. Like, that's something that would make things a lot better if there was a couple of fantastic fans even, or just anything to get some ventilation. They don't have that. The van company is also kind of like the Spirit Airlines of camper van rentals. They were like nickeling and diming us for everything that we added on. They charged us extra for a set of sheets and pillows, and then for another set of sheets and pillows, they charged us extra to put just an ice chest in here, just a cheap cooler. They charged just a little bit extra to put the camping, cooking gear, and the camping chair, like literally everything. They just like, oh, you had $40 here, $20 here, $40 here. It's kind of crazy, guys. I mean, it was definitely cheaper than some of the other options. We couldn't have afforded to have rented like a fancy RV or anything like that, and for a few days, just for the 4 of us to be in here, it's been actually totally fine. But, you know, I'm looking forward to getting back home. We will be heading back tomorrow. We got one more night. The shows have been awesome so far. Last night was probably one of the best sets that I've ever seen, and I've been to a lot of Dave Matthews shows. All of us have been. So looking forward to tonight, enjoying one more day out here, and then making the trip back to Albuquerque. That's a wrap. This is the last stop.
Oh my god. I'll see you when I get back.
It has been a very long day of travel. It's now after midnight. I will be getting back pretty soon though, and I guess it was a pretty long couple of days. You know, we definitely had to travel a lot to make it out to the gorge and to make it back today, and you know, I think it was all 100% worth it though. It was pretty amazing to be able to get together with friends, and that is a trip that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, guys. I mean, that was pretty incredible experience. It's definitely a pilgrimage to go out there and to see the Dave Matthews Band there. You know, I didn't sleep like particularly well the past like 4 nights. I am absolutely exhausted at this point. I think the same could be said for everybody else. I'm excited to get back. Shannon has done some work on the tiny house. I think she has made a little bit of progress. She hasn't really said exactly what she's done, but it seems like she did a few things. So looking forward to checking that out. And actually tonight will be my first night ever sleeping in the tiny house. Shannon spent a night in there a couple of nights ago, and her family has now arrived. But they did take a trip, everybody together, to the southern part of New Mexico for a couple of days in the Sportsmobile to check out White Sands National Park and I believe Carlsbad Caverns as well. So I'm going to be on the property all alone tonight, and then I think they come back tomorrow. Looking forward to spending my first night in the tiny house, though, and it should be good. I'm going to get a chance to sleep in the bed for the first time, and I can imagine that I will be trying to sleep in a bit tomorrow morning. Whoa. Made it back all right last night, and I actually didn't really sleep in much this morning, though. I'm excited to take on the day. I couldn't sleep. I don't know. Shannon's family is going to be back, and we have plans this afternoon, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to getting back to work on the tiny house and trying to get this all finished up. Shannon did make some good progress, though, when I was gone. It looks like Mike must have stopped by and helped out with some of the plumbing underneath the sink and the hot water heater. And she actually also had someone come and deliver us a few hundred gallons of water in our tank outside. So this morning I was actually able to get the running water working from the outside, and now I just got to run it to the inside of the tiny house, probably with a garden hose or something, and we should be pretty close to taking showers in here, not too far off from that. So that'll be nice. The lights are amazing. Shannon did a great job with those. It's nice to have lighting in here at night. That was pretty cool to come home to that. So, like I said, looking forward to the next steps back to work out here in the deserts. As far as the trip and looking back on that, like I said last night, it was an awesome trip, something that I am so grateful that I was able to do, and hopefully we'll be able to do again at some point in the future with everybody. That was definitely something special. Living in a van for a few days, it was no problem, guys. You know, I would say if we were in that van for a few weeks, the 4 of us, or longer than that, that might be really, really difficult. It wasn't a lot of space, and there were pretty much no amenities in that van aside from a pretty poor power system, a small fridge, and those 2 beds. The beds were probably the only good thing about it, like I said earlier in this video. I think it worked out. Oddish was able to get the van back to them and return it, and we cleaned it up and everything before we got it back to them. And, you know, I think it was okay. Just, just kind of a mediocre experience with the company itself. But it is what it is. You know, I'm excited to get back on the road. I'll definitely say that. After being out there, I miss sleeping in cars, sleeping in vans and campers and traveling around and just having that open road and being able to move and live that nomadic life. And I'm looking forward to getting back to that one day, hopefully one day pretty soon. I think that pretty much sums it up for this one. Huge thank you again to Omaze for sponsoring this video. If you follow that link in the description below, omaze.com/element, you can enter for your chance to win your very own tiny house, hopefully in better shape than the one that I'm standing in right now. Thank you all again for watching this video, for following along, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.
That time I didn't give you enough. No. Come on. Serious? Come on.
Yeah, seriously.
Spokanese.
Spokanese.
I think that's it.
Bet they're gonna learn Hebrew in 6 weeks.